Hello guys and gals, it's KimDestructo here with another video. This time talking about one of the games that I love and grew up with. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 remake is going to be coming out soon, and honestly I'm excited for it. I had a feeling that something was in the works, even though a while back it was said that they weren't going to continue it after the 1 and 2 remake and all that, and it seems like now it's not the case. It's going to be released on July 10th this year. I'm looking forward to it. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about it. This is a franchise that I grew up with that also got me into skateboarding IRL, and so I definitely wanted to talk about it. First off, some of the deets on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 says it's coming out July 10th, 2025. It is going to be available on PC and the major consoles, Xbox and PlayStation. I'm personally going to be getting it on PC. You could get the regular edition for about $50 USD and the digital deluxe version for about $70 USD. The digital deluxe edition does come with the Doom theme stuff. That actually drives me to want to get the digital deluxe edition, which I will most likely get. I am a big fan of the Doom series as well, so I will be paying that extra $20. I guess another thing I'm really excited for, because I originally had 3 and 4 on the PS2, and of course in the PS2 era you don't have achievements, but now I could get on PC and start getting achievements. I'm an achievement hunter type gamer, so I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. It says it's going to be cross-platform and shared split screen as well. The fact that this is cross-platform and I could play with someone I know that plays on PlayStation, that's also exciting. I grew up playing these games. The first one I ever played that introduced me to all of it was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. That my friend, she had it on her GameCube, and man, we played the hell out of it. And because of it, both of us actually got into skateboarding. So around that time, I was actually trying to get Pro Skater 4 for my PS2. Like I said, she had it on GameCube, so I wanted to get it for my PS2 so I could have my own copy. Instead, I ended up being able to get Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. So that's the first one I ever owned, and then not long after that I was able to get Pro Skater 4. And then I started actually getting more Tony Hawk games after that. But that's where it started. I didn't have a memory card, so I always had to start over. I was just enjoying it so much, and I got better with the game because I kept having to replay it, and eventually got the memory card and was able to progress. So when I started skateboarding, I was about 9 years old at this time. I remember getting one of those Walmart skateboards. That was my first ever skateboard, was a Walmart skateboard. It actually wasn't a Tony Hawk board, surprisingly enough, but it did have a skull on it, and it had purple wheels. I don't know what happened to that skateboard. I think I probably broke it because it's a cheap Walmart board. Eventually I was able to get a pro set. I never really gotten that good at skateboarding. I probably can do basic tricks like, of course, ollie, manual, barely a kickflip, pop shove it. I could do mostly like freestyle tricks like pogo and fast plant, more stuff like that. I would say basic tricks. I guess I didn't stay consistent with it enough to really get that good, or maybe I just didn't have the talent. But yeah, and I actually haven't skateboarded in a while. I would say I've probably now been like 10 years or a little less since I last skateboarded, so it'd be kind of cool to get back into it. But back to the Tony Hawk games. So, like I said, played Pro Skater 4, then owned Pro Skater 3, then got Pro Skater 4. Then I got Underground 2 first, before Underground 1. So I got Tony Hawk Underground 2, and honestly, probably to this day, Tony Hawk Underground 2 would be my favorite Tony Hawk game, like, ever. Many would argue with me, many can debate, but it is my opinion, and that's the one I just end up chef kiss, falling in love with. I also end up really liking Underground 1, and so those two, if they do a remake and they do it right, you know your girl is going to be pre-ordering that. For sure, for sure. From there, I don't even remember the order, but American Wasteland, Project 8, Downhill Jam. If anyone actually remembers Downhill Jam, please let me know in the comments, because not many people remember that one. And it's actually, I would say it's better than like Pro Skater 5 and some of the movement ones. Not the greatest Tony Hawk game, but it's not as bad as people would like to make it out. The only ones I never really owned, but I have played were Pro Skater 5, Ride, and Pro Skater HD. So yeah, I pretty much had almost every Tony Hawk game. And the funny thing is, to this day, how many years later, like decades later, I still own these. And I will picture them here. I have Pro Skater 3, 4, Underground 1 and 2, Project 8, Proving Ground, American Wasteland, Pro Skater 1 and 2. I can't say I have them, but my sister has them. They're technically hers, and the funny thing is I'm the one who bought them for her so she can actually experience what I've experienced when I was a kid. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to more. Again, if it's done right. From what I read and heard, it's not going to have the career mode like it did in the original. They're going to keep it to just like it has been for the first 2 remakes and how it is for the 3. They're just going to keep that formula instead of doing a whole career mode like they did in the original. Initially, when I heard about that, I was disappointed because that was part of the charm of Pro Skater 4, especially because that's when they changed it up from their original formula. But the more I think about it, I can actually deal with the whole like 2-minute going back to that old formula way of playing, even with Pro Skater 4. Because if you think about it, even with the career mode, a lot of those goals are basically what you would normally do. That's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to rant, talk about the upcoming game, and a little bit of my history with the Tony Hawk games. Let me know if you still have original copies of these Tony Hawk games yourself. You are a fan since childhood, or you're a recent fan. Let me know all that down in the comments below, and give this a like, really helps me out, and subscribe because that also helps me out so you can get more content like this. I have other gaming content, I also have haul content, and I have gacha content. So for this video, Johnny.